Hi guys, in my today's video I would like to talk a little bit about how I got my hair back to blonde, describe you like the whole process and some challenges that I was facing. Well, not I personally, but my hairdresser. Yeah, obviously I went to hairdresser because I was doing DIY projects for the past year and a half, almost 2 years, and my hair was getting worse and worse and worse, you know, just the hair color. I wasn't satisfied, and I tried so many box hair dyes, and also I tried professional hair colors, and nothing was ever, you know, as great as going to professional. I was doing all these DIY projects firstly because I am a mom of a toddler now. I'm also working part-time, so I did not have much time to just, you know, take an appointment, make some time to go to a hairdresser, because I always have to arrange with my husband. He needs to be free in order to take care of my little one whilst I'm away, and vice versa. So it's not that easy to find time. Also, my hairdresser is in Croatia. I don't really spend a lot of time in Croatia. I go there for a couple of days, and then I usually spend it with my family, so it's a little bit tricky, you know, finding a couple of hours or even the entire morning or afternoon, you know, to spend at hairdresser. So also I was saving up some money because I was using all these box hair dyes that basically cost a fraction of the price comparing to going to a hairdresser. So last time I actually went for ombre effect, and it was probably the best look that I had in the past 2 years, because before I was using blonde box hair dyes, and that wasn't flattering at all because it always went yellow, orange, way too brassy on me, and I tried fixing it with purple shampoo, but you can't really do miracles with purple shampoo. It's not a toner, it's a purple shampoo. And when talking about toners, I did not know how to use toner after like dyeing my hair, you know, without risk of just damaging it. I think those are things that, you know, professional needs to do. They go to school for this, they have years and years of practice. So my advice would be, do not try to go from brunette or dark brunette to blonde at home. It also has to be a very slow process, because the first time I became a blonde was, well, it was many years ago, but it wasn't overnight process. I started with highlights, and we did very subtle highlights, and then every couple of months I would go back to have some more highlights put in, and this is how basically I achieved that really gorgeous, long, healthy and blonde hair. But it's actually also difficult, you know, to maintain such length. So I did cut my hair just a little bit basically, but it's shorter than it used to be, obviously. When I first started the whole process of becoming a blonde, I was using really great quality products. We're talking about Kerastase, Camon products, TG, Bedhead, TG, Catwalk, but mostly Kerastase products. So I was spending a lot of money in going to a hairdresser and in just Kerastase haircare products. It was quite expensive to maintain a blonde hair looking gorgeous and long and healthy and shiny and just beautifully blonde, not that weird blonde shade. So now I came to a point where I was really not satisfied with the reflection in my mirror, and luckily I do have people that are honest with me, and my colleagues from work, my mom as well, my hubby, well, yeah, he also prefers me as a blonde, but my mom and one colleague, they really told me, you look so much better with blonde hair, because this dark hair just makes you look older and just makes you look a bit sad, and it just kind of takes the light away from your face. so it's just not the right look for you. And my hairdresser that I've known for more than 10 years, she always prefers me as a blonde too. So I knew I had to go back to being blonde again. You know, blondes have more fun, right? I mean, I do feel better when looking at myself at the mirror as a blonde. You know, I do like recognize myself as a blonde. So now it was a little bit more challenging because I had 2 months of my natural hair, then I had this part here, like all over my head, this box hair dye that was like dark brown, but it washed out and it had some reddish undertones. And then I had the rest of my lengths blonde, but with different shades of blonde. So it was very, very tricky. The first thing that hairdresser, you know, asked me when I came in the salon, it was the first time that I went to that salon, and they did a vlog about that. So the first thing he asked me was, can I touch your hair? I mean, when I told him all the things that I want to do to my hair, he said, can I touch your hair? Because he wasn't sure if my hair can handle, you know, such change, because I wanted to go basically back to blonde. I wanted very like soft and thin highlights all over my head, like on the entire head, and many of them, so I can, you know, be blonde again, and then just like base color on my roots. So after he touched my hair, he said, okay, we can do that. Just return in a half an hour because they don't accept appointments, and they were packed full. If you saw my vlog, you will know what I'm talking about. Then when I showed the picture of myself like a couple of years ago to the hairdresser, she then told me, okay, but do you know that from this color that you have now, I just can't do what you had years ago, because that hair was just so perfectly blonde, and it was like cool blonde. It was almost, I won't say white, but it was quite, you know, cool blonde. So I said, obviously I am quite realistic about what I can expect. I'm just hoping that it won't go orange or yellow. I just want to be, you know, blonde again, and then with time we can work on achieving that, you know, perfect blonde. And then we were like on the same page. She said it's very, very challenging because I have to fix your hair basically. You have these roots that are your natural color, then you have this part that is the most tricky because box hair dyes are packed with, you know, red pigment, so it's very, very difficult to just, you know, go to a nice level of blonde without, you know, ruining your hair. Anyway, she did all these very, very thin highlights all over my hair. She took probably more than an hour, you know, just placing them in my hair, coloring each strand of my hair. She was doing a great job. My hair was, you know, full of the foil, and when she was doing the top part, and she like asked me to pull my head a little bit, you know, back, so she can see better, because she was quite short. It basically hurt, you know, my neck hurt because I had so much foils, it was weighing me down, you know, it was like extra weight, so it was quite difficult actually. Anyway, after she finished placing highlights in my head, she was very careful at the bottom part, because bottom part was actually already damaged 1.5 years ago. I had a severe breakage of my hair, and my hair became super thin then. I needed some time to just recover my hair, because after doing highlights, it was summertime, I have experienced a lot of breakage, basically my hair like burned. So she was so careful with, you know, placing highlights on the bottom part of my hair. And in fact, a couple of minutes after, you know, completing all the work with highlights, she had to remove all the bottom part. It was already like ready to be washed out. So she washed the bottom part, and then we waited for the top part, you know, for the color to develop. And then she told me basically, you have now very light hair here where your natural color was. You have very, you know, ugly yellow hair where box hair dye was, and your ends are quite porous, and we need to equalize everything, you know. So she did toning, she mixed some colors, and she basically massaged my entire hair with that mixture. It was purplish, and she left that for, I don't know, like 5 minutes, something like that, maybe even less. She massaged everything and then she rinsed it, and the result was this. I said, I am pleased. I said, this is already enough, you know, it's a little miracle here what we achieved today. So at the end, I'm very pleased with the result that we have achieved. I'm definitely recommending this hair salon to anybody that I know. Fanola products that they use had amazing effect because they left my hair very shiny, very soft, and my hair isn't damaged at all. I expected it to be you know, dry and just porous and everything, but it's definitely not. It's just very beautiful, and I'm in love. I actually ordered through Amazon Fanola shampoo, so I'm waiting for that to arrive because I was just impressed, and they told me they achieved not small miracle but big miracle with my hair, because it was a big challenge for them to get my hair to this color that it is right now. So what we did was highlights all over my head, very thin highlights, and I had tons of them in. After that she did toning, and after that she did cut my hair and blow dry my hair, and the total was 85 euros, which I think it's amazing price. Italian hairdressers would usually charge like 130 or even a little bit more for this service, but this price here is just amazing. It's something that I would probably expect to pay even in Croatia. So it's definitely amazing price, amazing service, and when I think of it, this hairdresser really did an amazing job. She's amazing at what she does. I would love to go back there again. Just they don't accept appointments, so that's a little bit tricky because I am a little bit tight with time, and they just have to, you know, schedule everything well. Anyway, it's actually a salon owned by Chinese, and then there are you know, hairdressers from Italy and all over the world working there. They are very competitive in prices, and I was actually recommended that place by my colleagues from work. Most of them go there because they live in that place. I have to be honest with you, here in Italy a lot of people have like prejudice towards Chinese people, and especially Chinese hairdressers, but at the end of the day, when you think of it, why is the reason for that? I mean, it's a skill that you learn at school, you learn with experience, with practice, so why should Italian hairdresser have any higher value than Chinese hairdresser? To me personally, that doesn't make any sense. This kind of thinking is very far away from my way of thinking. So if you are skilled at what you're doing, if you know what you're doing, if you have training and years of experience, you know, results speak for themselves, not your nationality or the color of your skin. You know, that's just crazy. But yeah, here in Italy a lot of people have prejudice, so that's why Chinese hair salons are very competitive in prices, and believe me, they are packed full with people. Voice spreads and people just know how to recognize the quality. That's a little bit about my color. I can definitely assure you I would not be able to do such thing on my own at home. Like, no way I would completely destroy my hair. even with all the online support and articles and tutorials, like no way would I be able to do this. The plan for future is to maintain my hair healthy, to use a lot of natural oils to bring, you know, back moisture and health to my hair, and just, you know, keep doing highlights every couple of months. So we will see. Yeah, it might not be like the perfect color that I had years ago, but it's definitely, you know, a huge step from what I had a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that's about my hair coloring experience. And then about the cut, yeah, I also told her to cut my hair just a little bit, just to bring a little bit of life to my hair. And obviously she looked at me and she told me, you would need to cut way more. You have shorter hair on one side and you have longer hair on other side, and I don't even know where to start. Like, and I said, yeah, because I was cutting my hair at home, following YouTube tutorials. So yeah, so I said to her, you know what I mean, just repair what you can, just to bring a little bit of life, and, you know, just in order to make it a little bit fuller, and just for it not to have those very thin ends. So she did a great job. She did cut my hair, but not too much, and I'm very pleased. And now I will actually try and show you. Overall, I'm just super pleased, super happy. The color is equal. She managed to do a great job. Yeah, I don't know how she's a miracle worker. Anyway. Okay guys, I think that's pretty much it. I have to wrap this video up now because I don't want to wake my little one. He's been sleeping for an hour and a half now. Hope you enjoyed watching my hair color story. If you have any questions about this entire process or anything related to hair care, make sure to leave them down below in the comments, and I will be happy to answer to all of you. In the next video I might talk about my current hair care routine and show you some of the great products that I am using that are very beneficial for my hair. So now I'm sending you a huge kiss from Italy, and I will talk to you soon in my next video. Ciao!